Alright guys, I just wanna share with you today the basics of Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. Alright, so why Adobe Premiere Pro CS6? You might notice it's an old software, but it's still useful, and I'm gonna tell you the reasons why. So, Adobe Premiere Pro CS6 is the old version of Adobe Premiere Pro, because as you might notice, every software has upgraded versions, newer versions. Now, if your foundation is the old one, all those updated features, no matter what software it is, will still be there in the new one. But if the new software has a certain feature, the downside is that the old version won't have it. So if the software you're teaching is the old version, most likely the new one will still have it. But if it's the other way around, meaning you're teaching the new version, then most likely the old one won't have it. That's why it's a good idea to make the old version your foundation, because you can be sure that the features and updated stuff you see here are still present in the newer version. So another reason is that the old version, well, for most people, or let's say a lot of them, what they can actually afford is the older version. Now, not everyone can always keep their software updated. Some just can't afford it, which is why there are still people using the old one. And it's not a bad thing, because if that old software is your foundation, whatever you know from that version will most likely still be there in the new one, so you won't really be left behind. Of course, the newer versions have new features, but they also come with extra costs, especially now that a lot of new software is coming out with AI already integrated. Alright, let's get started. Just click on new project. By the way, you don't need to worry about what's written there just yet, okay? For now, just type in any project name. Alright guys, before that, make sure you set the destination where your project file will be saved. To make it easier, I just put everything on the desktop, so it's all in one place. This here is the scratch disk. That's where all the extra files go that are part of the rendering process or the overall workflow of your video editing project. So I'll just set its destination to the desktop as well. That's it. The project file, that's basically the digital file you can only open in Premiere Pro. It's not a video you can just play on a media player. It's a project file through the Premiere Pro. We'll name it something like basic. So this pop-up window for new sequence, this will be the file name of your video's final output. That's it. And also, don't worry about formatting the video's final output. We can set that up later after this. I will name it something like Edit Rabbit. Click OK. So here we are now in the workspace of Premiere Pro, and down here at the bottom on the far left panel we're gonna import a video clip. You can just drag and drop it right here, but for me I imported it manually, so yeah, you can drag and drop it, but in my case I'm gonna browse for it through my folder explorer. Alright, let's import this clip. So the clip, you can drag and drop it here, or you can drag and drop it directly onto the timeline track panel. So you see a warning dialog box pop up. Just click change sequence settings and that's it. Alright, as you can see, there are a lot of audio tracks here, right? I'm just guessing. Okay, I haven't really researched about this yet. This is actually new to me. It's the first time I've seen this happen when I drag and drop a clip where there are so many audio tracks. Usually there's just one, so my guess is these are built-in audio, different audio types that are inside the video. There are multiple audio tracks, but we really only need one of them, so we can delete the rest later on. Well, I guess we can just delete them right away so it looks cleaner. So the tools we'll mostly be using here are the razor tool and the selection tool. Alright, so the selection tool is great for when you're already cut or trimmed something on the timeline. You can then drag and drop it around. That's basically what the selection tool is for. And of course, it's also for selecting which elements you want to edit. Alright guys, so if you look at the timeline on the right side, you might notice you can't see the whole thing. You can actually make it longer or shorter. You can stretch it out or shrink it. The shortcut key for that is to press the Alt key and then scroll up or scroll down with your mouse wheel. As you can see, it zooms in and out, letting you view the entire timeline or zoom in close enough to see it almost millisecond by millisecond. Alright, now let's move on to the razor tool. With the razor tool, you can cut here and you can also cut here. Alright, so the hotkey or shortcut key for the razor tool, just press the letter C on your keyboard. Alright guys, let's first switch to the selection tool. Now you can see the part of the timeline we cut earlier. You can drag it wherever you want, to whatever second you want to place it. You can move it here or there, or even put it back like this. Guys, do you see the vertical black line here? That's the indicator that when you drag a clip next to another clip on the timeline, it will snap right into place. This way, their connection stays intact. They won't overlap too much. It will snap exactly to the end of the other clip, so they don't stuck on top of each other. You look at the icon button over here. Its shortcut key is the letter S on your keyboard. You can toggle it on or off depending on whether you want the timeline to snap or not. That's it. Guys, going back to what I said earlier about stretching out or shrinking the timeline, there's actually another way to do it. Just press the minus sign or plus sign to zoom out or zoom in. And I'm not talking about the minus or plus on the numpad, okay? I mean the ones near your QWERTY keys. So guys, now if you want to add text, go over here, right click, then select new item and choose title. There you go. Okay, I will name the element something like white rabbit. Okay. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so once you hit the OK button, the text element window will pop up. Here you'll see all the properties you can change for it, okay? Alright, so click on the letter T, which is the text tool, and then you can type something like here. I'll type white rabbit, okay? If you notice, when I resize the text we added, dragging the transform points from the corner doesn't keep it proportional. To make it stay proportional while resizing, hold shift and then drag and transform point. You'll see it stays in proportion even as I stretch it, keeping the correct size and shape of the text, okay? So the other attributes or properties of this text are over here on the right side. You can change things like the color, make it red, for example, like this. And of course, you can also change its font style, something like this or this. We can close it now. As you'll notice, the text isn't visible yet. We only set up its properties like font style and color. It will still come from down here in the media panel, so you'll need to drag and drop the text element from there. So now you can see it. When I moved the current time indicator over to where the text is, it showed up. So I just fast forwarded a bit, right? It's a little short. Let's add some more overlaid text there. You can see it now. Okay. Okay, there you go, the text, the other text. Alright, now for the last part, let's export it. Go to File, then Export, and click Media. This export settings window will pop up, and here you'll find options for the output video scale size. You can choose to fit it to the frame, center it, or stretch it vertically. Okay, there are lots of options here. Alright, so as you can see here, there are lots of video formats you can choose from. The most common one people pick is H.264, so let's just stick with that for now. You can always research for more about the others later, but H.264 is usually the go-to format. Alright, now for the video's definition or resolution, since this is for a YouTube video that I'm making, let's choose the resolution that's meant for YouTube videos, or rather the preset. So here in the filters sections we're good. So you can also stretch down the export settings window, so you can see a lot of options for exporting the alright, I sped up the video here since I just left it on the default settings. So that's basically the Premiere Pro basics. The important thing is to get used to navigating fast, arranging your cut clips in order, putting them together neatly, adding text if you need an informative video. Adding audio works pretty much the same way as adding video, it's just in audio format. We'll tackle that next if you want. If you want more videos like this, we can include adding audio and recording voiceovers. Basically, layering recorded voice audio over your video. I'll share that too. If you want a follow-up video, just drop a comment. Also, the common stuff like setting video resolution. Even with just these basics, you can already create a full video editing project. So yeah, that's it. Peace out. Hope you subscribe. Thanks.